and I'm joined with James Boots, and he's a Flesh Eater Court player. So we're going to go through, what did you have on your list, James?
Yeah, well, the bulk of it was Double Dragon. King on Terrorgeist, King on Zombie Dragon. They do all the heavy lifting.
Yeah.
Then there's a big unit of Cryptos.
Yeah. And what sort of big, like 9 and like 6? Or?
Well, yeah, big.
Big unit of Cryptos.
Yeah, and then some Corsairs. And everyone knows Flesh Eaters, the whole thing is they come back, kill the Corsairs. So all games, people went like, I'm going to kill the Corsairs, which I don't care about. So I played 4 games in the whole tournament, had 2 models come back from the dead. Yeah. It's just target saturation. If they're killing the Corsairs, they're not killing the Kings.
Exactly.
And if you do kill the Kings, they both have rings of mortality, so they're alive.
They just come back.
Somewhere tactical as well.
That's good, because then obviously when they die, you can die, push forward, die in your opponent's deployment zone, you can push through, you can then bring them back, and then sort of like, stop the counter attack almost.
Yeah, because you can any wear more than 12 from the opponent, so you can get behind the lines, get into the squishy war machines, and you come back with D3. You heal D3 every hero phase. So if you get the double turn, you can go back on 9 wounds before you can react. You've got a 5 ward save, 4 up armour.
You're not getting wheels through that often. When you do it, like a double turn, you can almost come back and full up to like 16 wounds.
14 each, so they can go back on the majority of that, and away from the threats, so you can position them so well.
It's handy. What would you say is your man of match? What would you say is your favourite unit or character or whatever so far?
Again, it's the King and Zombie Dragon.
Yeah.
So I took both beasts just to have some variety in the models.
Yeah.
And the Zombie Dragon's done more for me so far.
Is it the D6 bite and stuff like that?
The D6 bites and whereas the Terrorgeist has the rule and it's more 6 to wound or 6 mortal wounds.
Yeah, that's
which some armors it destroys them. We got all the 6s.
Yeah, that's the problem. It's like getting the 6s through. Usually when you need it, it doesn't happen. So, what would you say is like a bad matchup? Would you say like there's good matchups and bad matchups for the Flesh Eater Court?
I reckon so. Again, like I've never used Flesh Eaters before yesterday, so I've only played 4 times.
Yeah,
so I'm not the best expert. But
you're on table 1, so you must be doing something.
I think Bone Splits is bad because just shoot you off easily. But my main tactic is just to roll 6s. Because nothing dies, and then that game, because it's escalation, and I messed up my numbers because I didn't read the rule pack, didn't read the book, I had no idea what I'm doing.
I think escalation is specifically in the General's Handbook to stop like one-dimensional armies and sort of like drop armies and stuff, because it actually limits what you can bring on the table. So I think it rewards people who take a solid core as opposed to minimum units and stuff, which you do because you've got like the units, but it just depends if the opponent's core is shooting. Yeah, that's the difference.
The other thing is, if I'd read the rulebook and seen this now, I could have taken an extra couple of units. I can deploy 4 first turn. And I've got my king giving up the ward save. Because those rules are naked to turn 1. No heroes, no nothing, because they're being shot off.
It's difficult, isn't it? Because then obviously, if he has a really good turn shooting, you can just lose a unit, or even sort of like whittle it to the point where it's actually not effective on the table.
Yeah, and unlike most players, I don't have healing. I've got a Vargulf, but he was too far away. And he had the drop-down Stormcast, so it wasn't as if he was on his board and running at me, he was all around me. So when I finally came on, I would deploy miles from action and then walk towards it, by which time the damage is done. Objectives were his.
I think my brother that Sam played against was very good at sort of like restricting the movement, especially in that scenario. Do you think there's like a good scenario for your list, or like a bad scenario? I mean, obviously that one's a bit difficult, but what would you say is a really good one?
Again, yesterday was the first time I've seen the scenarios.
Okay, so
the Meteor one is quite good because they just kind of came down. If there's anything where I run at the opponents in a blob, seems to be good.
I think Gift from Heavens is quite good, like you said, with the one with the Meteor, because you've got so many bodies you can spread out and make sure that you've got like all the areas covered. And once that's done, you've still got enough bodies to push and attack your opponent and stuff. So.
And the second one we played with the 4 objectives in the corners, that was handy because your king dies, he's out over there, you've now got to run back to him, you eventually kill him, and the effort it takes to kill the kings twice is not efficient.
It's just, you want to just go like, they're going to have to do what they do and then take on the army. But I suppose in the 4 objective mission, when you tick them over, all it takes is the player to tick it over and then try and fight you. You lose the king, tick it back, and then if you've got the other 3, you also win 3 and stuff. It's very easy. It's really good.
It's a strong list. Like someone's been to War Patrol, Ben Johnson. I think that is a better list of mine, but the 2 kings on Dragons is like fun.
The thing is, it's like War Patrol is really good. It's got all those extra buffs that you can have where it works for the army, but I think you need to have that. I think like every Death Army, there's a lack of shooting, which
certainly you get those key buffing models like BSBs or war machines. I can't do anything, just run forward and hope I grind my way through. A skill throw pops up behind, pops up there, just you can surround.
Yeah, you can catch people there, especially if someone's deployed badly. You can then come on and go, right, I'm going to actually kill those key pieces that buff the armor and stuff.
Even if they don't, they've got to hold things back, and then they're lacking somewhere else. Pretty quick, bad choices for the opponents.
And that's what you need to do, is make your opponent make choices into what you've done on the table, and then eventually, a good player will make them make the wrong choice. And that's especially about war games, really, is like, then reacting and reacting on the table.
Yeah, whereas my list is just push it forward, roll sixes, which so far has worked. That game will let me down.
I'm sure there's more to it than that.
It's really not. Like, we're not initiative, roll sixes.
Cool.
It's that simple.
Yeah, no.
That's probably obviously it's not the most reliable, which is why I just lost that game.
That's what I should do, just like concentrate on being like, roll sixes, that's what I should do. Perhaps I'll be alright at that.
It's 5 and 2.
So where do you think, obviously table 2 on the table 1 saw in the last game there, where do you think we're going to finish?
There's what, 70 people here?
So 66 I think.
Okay, so we've got 3 big wins, 1 loss, so I'd say 12 now. A big win could push you on a podium, but I've lost my sixes. That's so I feel tonight not running sixes.
Yeah. Well, amazing. Cool. Thanks for having me. Cheers.